So common knowledge tells me that it's wise to wear a helmet when riding a motorcycle. So why do I still choose not to wear a helmet? Is it a Harley culture thing? Does it make me a better biker because I'm not wearing a helmet? Or is it all about freedom and the right to choose? Let's get into it. So a couple of days ago, I got into a conversation with a good buddy of mine, a friend that we've done many miles on motorcycles together, about wearing and not wearing a helmet. Now let me start by saying that my friend does not wear a helmet. He will never wear a helmet no matter what I tell him, no matter what anybody tells him, no matter what he reads on the reasons why you should be wearing a helmet. That's just the way he chooses to ride, and that's fine. That's fine with me. I was like him. I never wore a helmet before. I used to ride and go on trips without a helmet until about a year and a half to 2 years ago that I decided to start wearing a helmet, and I've been wearing one ever since. And that's one of the reasons why we got into the conversation. And before I get into the reasons why I chose to wear a helmet now, let me just say, because I don't I want to be honest. I totally see and understand why there's so many of us out there that still rather not wear a helmet. I'm sure the majority they're out there, on YouTube land are gonna well, that's crazy, that's dumb, that's fine. But, one of the reasons why I love to live in Florida is because we have the choice to wear or not to wear a helmet. This state here, there's no law, there's no helmet law, so, that gives us the freedom to choose whether we use a helmet or not. But the experience that I get when riding a motorcycle without a helmet, there's nothing like it. And wearing a helmet is not the same and will never be the same. But that being said, I'm going to give you the reason. And it's some of the stuff that I told my friend about, which to him he knew what was coming, but, still, it was part of the talk that we had, why I chose to wear a helmet. And before I even decided to wear a full face helmet, I used to wear this half shell or whatever. I don't know if we can even call this a helmet. But you know what? When I just felt to wear something on my head, this is what I would wear. Maybe because it's a cool look, it's something cool to wear, besides a bandana. So, but obviously this right here is like not wearing nothing. The feel on the ride was just the same as as if I wasn't wearing this when I had it on. And obviously, if something would happen on the bike and an accident or something like that, and this was on my head, the results probably would have been the same as if I wasn't wearing a helmet. All right, so from this beauty, I went to this, the real thing. Now, don't focus too much on the name brand or the style. You guys pick and use whatever you want. They told me this was a good helmet. I tried it, felt real good on me, so that's why I went with it. Now, the first time I tried this helmet was on a trip that I made with a buddy of mine to North Carolina. And it was really the first time that I wore a full face helmet on a motorcycle. Now, I'm going to give you the pros and if there are any cons to using a helmet like this. And first thing I'm going to tell you is that I noticed once we got to our destination in North Carolina, the first thing that I noticed is how quiet it is wearing a helmet like this. I mean, you can still hear all the road noises, hear the cars around you or bikes around you or whatever, but down to a lower level where it's really nice to ride and you don't get that loud wind noise or traffic noise around you. It's really nice to ride in an environment like that. So I really like the fact that the helmet itself makes everything a lot quieter. Also, I noticed that when I got to the hotel, or we ended up where we were going to end up, I felt that I wasn't as tired. I felt like, maybe because the wind is not hitting my face all the time, like when I ride without a helmet, it just made me feel like I could ride even longer. I wasn't beat from the wind or from the road. It just it's also a plus. That it's a good thing because I think that if we wanted to, we could have ridden further, and I didn't feel as tired when I got off the motorcycle, and felt like, you know, I was still good enough to keep on going. So that's another positive about wearing that I think I noticed about wearing a helmet like this. The third thing is, obviously, we hit some rain along the road, along the ride to North Carolina, and got rained on pretty hard. And let me tell you, it's a big difference using a full face helmet when it rains than when you're riding on a motorcycle and you got no helmet on, and you're dealing with the rain hitting your face and you can't see good, and you might have to pull over if it really gets really if the rain really intensify and gets really hard. With this helmet, I mean, we just rode right through it. I felt really safe riding through the rain with a helmet. Um, Never bothered my face, obviously. If it got a little hotter or whatever, I just opened the shield up a little bit, get some more air in, even though it's not a hot helmet. So, you know, temperature or being hot wasn't an issue at all, but it was really nice to ride through the rain and not get your face peppered and hurting from the rain, and you know, your eyes where you can't really see. This was really smooth, and it made riding through the rain, I mean, 100% better. So that's the third thing that I think I really liked about wearing a helmet. The fourth thing is also, you know, it keeps all the road debris off for you, any pebbles, anything that comes off the cars out on the road. Instead of hitting your face, it hit the helmet or the shield, and you know, so that part of it, it makes it a lot safer also to ride. And the fifth thing, obviously, which should be the number one thing, is how safe it is, or a lot safer riding with a helmet like this than riding with no helmet. I'm not gonna get into the numbers and all the political thing that they want to throw at you about, you know, should we be wearing helmets or not? You know, what percentage of accidents end up, you know, where the motorcycle rider survives because he was wearing a helmet, and so many, you know, don't survive because they're not wearing helmets. I'm not going to get into that. You guys can do your own research. It's out there. And I'm not going to push helmets on anybody. Like I said before, one of the good things about living in the state that I live in is that, you know, it's not mandatory to wear a helmet. And I think that it's your choice. It'll always be, in my opinion, it should be up to the rider. You guys choose to wear or not. A lot of my buddies don't wear helmets, and that's fine. For the majority of the time that I've ridden motorcycles, I never wore helmets. I just started wearing one now, but it's because it's my choice. It's my choice to wear one. I like the advantages of wearing a helmet compared to not wearing one. But again, that's my choice. I also understand that it's just a totally different ride when you're wearing a helmet and not wearing a helmet. You know, purists will say that not wearing a helmet, you really, you know, experience a true ride, and that's true. There's nothing better than being out on a motorcycle with no helmet, wind, you know, hitting you, and the smell from the road, from everything, you know, on your face. You're experiencing everything like that. You're not going to experience none of that stuff with this on. But it is safe. It is a safer ride, and you know, that should be the number one thing on the list. But again, everybody is going to have to choose whether you want to wear one or not. Now, the cons to this helmet is just that, is that you're wearing a helmet, in my opinion. You're not experiencing the you know, the ride, all the stuff that comes with riding without a helmet. You're not gonna experience it with this. You gotta, if you're coming from somebody that doesn't use a helmet, You're going to have to get used to it. But so to me, that's like the con of using a full face helmet. So let me know in the comments what you think. If you guys agree with me or not. It's just my opinion. Everybody's got their opinion, and I'll respect it. Do you guys, the majority of the guys, use helmets, or are you still riding without a helmet, like a lot of us still do? Let me know in the comments what you think. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Check out some of the other videos on the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.